Monday mid-morning, guys. We're out on site at Milton Keynes. Got this last little triangle of topsoil to get loaded up in this area. Rolling probably strip last week. D6 was tidying up around the edges. Got another 40-ton digger coming in this afternoon because the hauls are going to start getting a bit shorter. We've got some topsoil to strip and then we're going to start digging off, ready to get down to the blue clay. So we'll have 2 trucks of each digger. Glorious weather. Be nice to try. Well, what my aim is at the minute, we're trying to get ahead a little bit of programme because the weather will always turn, it always comes right. So we've got a couple of good weeks now, maybe a month of weather like this. So hopefully make hay while the sun shines, and then we can get ahead of programme a little bit. GPS going on that dozer tomorrow. Another D6 just turned up for us at Milton Keynes. Andy's just brought that in. Muck away going out. Got Andrew over here loading the dump trucks with a 336. Can't believe this weather at the minute. 3 weeks ago you could barely walk around site. So this is one of the areas, first areas that Andrew's got dug out, which we've got all the landfill material out, and now we're down to good ground, so they want to start re-engineering the muck in layers. So that's where we're at, and that's what we'll be doing. This whole field is what we've got to do with this, re-engineer everything back in, and then, so yeah, got 336 come in this week. 40-ton digger, 50-ton digger, 4 dump trucks, our 2 dozers, that dozer that Andy's just brought in. So that digger's got a fault with it. We don't know if it's a solenoid playing up, but it's slow. It's too slow lifting, so got a caterpillar coming out to it apparently. Just watch it now when it's lifting. It'll barely lift. That's way too slow. Taff out on site at the moment. He's just, we can see him if we climb on top of this bank. Go and speak to Andy a sec. So we've got that gang over there with a 50-tonner. They're just starting to dig the pond out. We've got Taff down there with Dave. They're just surveying everything we've done, getting some of the quants ready. So like I say, 50-tonners there, creating a pond. Then we've got, yeah, them over there. Andy's just brought the D6 in. Then we've got Muck Away, that's the client, another contractor. Then we've got these boys over here. Put these down to sort of the original ground, because this ground's made up ground. It's an old quarry, and then it's an old muck tip. So we've got to dig the muck out to model, re-engineer it back in layers. So got D6 up there now, civilising the tip. Go from there. decided to have the trucks running the bottom here this morning, so it's quicker so the digger weren't lifting so high. But the sod's law, right where we had the ramp, there was a land drain and it was full of water. Trucks rutted it, went through it, basically filled the bottom with water, so we're just digging it out now to the blue clay, which is there, to put them a nice ramp back in, and then they can run back in the bottom, so go from there. That material there, that's sandy stuff that come out of that pond, so it's all segregated in separate heaps and bits and pieces. But yeah, that's where we're at this week. Sorry there's not been a video. We've just been a hectic week. Wednesday afternoon, well morning. Getting this first area down to formation, suitable ground to start re-engineering back on. Just got this digger taking a bit of clay out of all roads. So it's Sunday afternoon, I've been out on the low loader this morning, collected this 13 tonner from Bedford. Just as I was putting the ramps up, this pipe on the ramps blew. So I've just made a bit of a, luckily we could get the ramps carried on going up, so I got them up and that was that. But I've seemed to have just made a bit of a bush fix with some of the fittings we've got to reduce this pipe down. So hopefully that'll get us out of trouble for tomorrow morning. Then places should be open. I'll get that pipe replaced so we haven't got to pay for a call out today. So hopefully this will screw into that. Lovely. That one into there. Hang on, I'll just put the phone down. So yeah, that one's gone onto there. So happy days. Just tidy this up now so it's not sticking out so much. Got us out of trouble for the morning, and I'll get a pipe made up and then meet him on site because he's bringing that to one of our sites in the morning. So it's always handy having bits and pieces laying around. So not the best looking, but it'll get us out of a situation for the morning, and I'll take that with me and get it repaired. So happy days, always something, but we got round it, and we'll go from there. Wednesday afternoon, guys, we're just out at Milton Keynes. I'm on the dozer today, got a driver off, so we're just getting this pond finished off today. We've just got that last little bit up there by the digger to load out. Floor's all down to level, but we hit ballast on this edge, and then there's a ditch at the top there, so everything's draining through. So we're struggling with water, so we've done one half at a time. We got that side finished yesterday, drain the water from this side into there, and then this side we're just getting this bit finished. It's just going to give the floor a quick back blade because the water's coming in up to up there. Then this bit can be classed as finished. Then I'll just get on the batters in a bit once the sun's been on them and baked them out a bit, and give them another little rub up, and then we'll be there with this. Got the D6 N over there. He's just stripping a bit of topsoil into windrows for the digger to go and pick up. Got that D6 up there, still stockpiling clay. So yeah, we're getting there. We are getting there. Sun's out, that's the main thing. So yeah, get this floor quickly rubbed up before we get too much water in here up to the digger, and then this edge can be done. Once we get that last bit out and get that corner formed, we'll get the 13 tonner to come over and just take this little bund out we put in yesterday just to hold the water back. Then we can fill it with water, and then that will be used then for dust suppression. Once we get the tractors coming in on Friday, the tractor can put back down to this and pump some water out, save a bit of the dust on site, because it is there's plenty of it at the minute, as you can see. Yeah, that's where we're at. So it's Friday morning, guys. We're just down at Milton Keynes. We started putting some fill back in this area we dug out this week. We put a layer and a half in. We're just waiting now on CBR tests. So he's here now doing CBR. I'll show you what they're doing on this. So basically each layer we've got to have 2 CBRs in a certain area. Well, a certain radius. So this area needs 2 CBRs, and then on that next layer we started putting in, we'll need 2 CBRs on it as well. But basically puts a metal plate on the floor under the machine and the jacks up off it. It's gauging and sees how far it should do. Lee up there on the 50 tonner, off the way going out. Andy's just brought the tractor and Bowser in. Jay's on the pad foot rolling that. That roller's got live data on it, so basically what it means, it records how many passes it's doing in compaction. So once, I think they're coming out, we've got Bowman coming out Monday to show us how to use it because it's new to us, but the client sort of asked for it. Pretty much, I think once you've done enough passes, it'll go green on compaction. So, and then because this is old landfill, muck tip, we're digging it out, re-engineering it all back in. We couldn't get the testers out yesterday to do the compact plate test, so they got out this morning, Friday morning, to do it. So we put a layer in yesterday. put half a layer in. So we've got 2 layers to test, and I've stopped it this morning, putting any more down until we know these tests are passing. So we don't get too carried away and have to start, if worst case, if it didn't pass and we had to dig it out, we're not wasting time. So we can do 2 CBRs on that lower level there where they are now, and then once it's done them 2, we'll do 2 up here where Jay's rolling. Then it will give us an indication if they pass with flying colours, or if they don't, we know how we've got to start working the material a bit more. But if they pass now with flying colours, we know we're fine, carry on as we are. If it doesn't, then we know we've got to work the ground a bit more, dry it out. Might be a case of like putting a layer down, running the rippers through it, airing it up. So we'll see. And if we have to do it that way, if it doesn't pass its CBRs, then it will be a slow old job, but we'll go from there. This is just a stockpile of some good gear we've dug out, that when we get into the silt ponds, it's a bit of our saving grace that we can we've got some good stockpile material ready to go straight back in, sort of thing. So that's where we're at. The tipper's out, he's fairly busy, so that's good. Well, he's stacked out, he's busy every day at the minute, so can't complain of that. Could do with another tipper really, but can't do everything at the minute. Not just because we're busy, it's also you've got to remember the finances and your weekly, your monthly expenses. So you got wages, you got fuel bills, you got we've got to upgrade our road license if we wanted to put another lorry on the road. So we it's something to look at, but we've just got to be careful what we do this time of year with these big jobs starting, because it's all expense. Don't get me wrong, I could go out tomorrow and get finance and take another driver on, get another fuel card for that lorry, but that lorry, if they don't pay for 60 days, you've got fuel bills on the construction side. It's just a big juggling game, but sometimes you're better off just slow and steady. So we'll just get a bit of shape on this batter, seal this stockpile up a bit. It's had a few days like this now just to bake out a little bit, so we've got some dry gear, but for the minute we'll just the end can come on it tomorrow and crumb it up properly. For today this will do. I would just say get the other dozers up here to do it, but they're all busy at the minute. So while I'm waiting for some wet muck to come up on top of this tip, I'll jump on these batters. So we have got what we got here at the minute. We've got 4 dump trucks, 40-ton digger, 50-ton digger, 3 dozers, 2 rollers, tractor and bowser turned up this morning for dust suppression. We'll have 5 trucks come Monday, because we've got another dump truck coming in, because the hauls are going to start getting a bit further across the field. So the 50 will have 3 trucks, the 40 will have 2. That's the plan anyway. We've got to get these tests right first. We've got to get this compaction sorted, and once these tests start passing, we know how we've got to work this material. We'll start flying, I should think. That's why we decided this morning to hold off rather than banging another layer all the way across it. Get the results back from this first test, which sometimes we could have been gone happy and gone for it, but we decided not to, which I think playing it safe was the better option. Now we know what materials are what and how things are passing. We know in the future what we can push and what we can do, but for the minute we'll just hang fire and go from there. Just also like to say a big thank you to all the subscribers we've got now and slowly growing, so that's a big help. I'd like to thank everyone for that. If you haven't already, please like and subscribe, and anything you want to see on this channel, let us know with regards to earthworks and the small bit of haulage that we do. This dozer, I've got to be careful with it on the batters because the chains have had it on the tracks. Once we get, I think I'm in arguments at the minute because they're either just in or just out of warranty, but